So the biggest Achilles heel, as we know, for Reform UK going into the next election is in fact tactical voting. It's actually been brought by John Rentoul at The Independent, and the storyline here is the anti-Farage Tories who want Labour to win. This is expected, but not to the extent that I thought it would be. So let's go through a few paragraphs first. It says that he is right, and it will probably do him as much good as it did in 2017, 2019. He and Hollenrake, and he's referring to Barwell, both understand that pre-election deals by which parties stand down candidates in each other's favour are unlikely at the next general election, being the one in 2029 or before that. They are thinking ahead to possible deals in a hung parliament after the election. Hollenrake said out loud what most Tory MPs are thinking. They would rather work with Farage than Davey being the leader of the Lib Democrats. Assume that is a choice. Most of them assume that Reform and the Tories will come together at some point. Barwell, on the other hand, pointed out why Tories shouldn't say that bit in public because they want to benefit from anti-Farage tactical voting. What was really interesting, though, was what Barwell said in his next tweet. Quote, I also think that it would be morally wrong to go into government with Reform, but I accept some in my party will feel differently about it. And this is the kind of attitude we're seeing in the Tory party. They are just there knowing that Reform get in. They will take up the space they've had for so many years. And this is why I kept saying to people online, in Reform, stop getting so giddy about people in the Tory party saying the things that you like, because that's typical right-wing reaction, as we see so many times over the years. Don't fall for this BS, all right? It's time to get that party done and dusted into the history books and signed to the history books once and for all. Tory party should not exist anymore along with the Labour Party. That's how we win. This is the attitude they have. They're actually going to be voting for Labour and prop up Keir Starmer just to spite us because we decided to go and vote for Reform. This is exactly what's happening. This is what they really think of you. And the fact that he actually tweeted this out, which would really amaze me. And then he goes on to the final conclusion from John Rentoul. I have one prediction for 2026, which is that these cross-party currents are going to grow. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to think, for example, that Starmer is happy to allow Tory county council to postpone elections affected by local government reorganisation. He does not want the Tories to be utterly smashed by Reform. This is what we talk about the Uni Party all the time. That's actually a key line. That's actually a very good line from John Rentoul there. I don't necessarily agree with the guy a number of things, but he's 100% spot on here. But this is actually a kind of a coalition between two, trying to get these guys to attack each other and try and put Reform in a spot whereby they'll be stuck and won't have any idea how to govern if they were to have a small minority. But as I said before, the one way to beat them here is completely ruthlessly defeat the Tory party at the next election.